Okay, hi, good morning. So, I'm still making the scene that I was making last week and a couple of weeks before. So, I did some stuff for it already, but I didn't really like how it was going. So, I did the lettering, remember? I did to create the font, and I did. The font is created, but it wasn't working very well. So what I'm gonna do now is just make this manually because I don't have too much time to figure out the font program and everything. So I'm doing that just manually, right? And then I wanted to do this way. Remember that we figured out that we were gonna have this little thing that was gonna hold the pages, and that we had to create the fanzine like this. But we also saw that there isn't, like, we have here margin, and then this is the visual margin, and then we have to have another margin, so we have very little space for words and stuff. And it's not that it's gonna be a big problem, but I don't know if I like the fact that it's not opening completely. So I decided that maybe I want to do this format, and instead of using the thing to hold the pages, just sew them, sew them with thread. So I think that this is gonna be a better format for it. Like, I was already starting to put in the thing, the wordings, how the pages are gonna be organized and stuff. So we're gonna have the same thing here than here, the little sticker. This should be a paper or cardboard, more like this color, darker, just like it's a file, as if it was a folder. So that, and then inside we're gonna have the title again. I mean, we're gonna have the title here, but we're gonna have the title again. We're actually gonna have my name here and my logotype here. And then we're gonna start with the things just like we were planning, right? Well, the first page is gonna be the one with the description of the artificial intelligence that is supposedly creating these things, right? If you don't remember, there was a guy that's called Max Ardentel, and where did I put that? Here. Okay, so if you see here, this page, this is the first page that we're gonna have. So it's gonna be a confronted page, and it's gonna be here. So this little thing is gonna be here. So here, after this page with the title, we're gonna have here just some credits. So I'm gonna have here a bit of credits, the year, the place where it was printed, all that here, right at the corner, I'm sorry. So here, and then we're gonna have the introduction of Max Ardentel. Now I always say we, but actually it's I. Okay, so I decided that I wanted to have this artificial intelligence that was gonna make everything up, right? Just as a commentary. So this is 1,000 years in the future, and I was thinking, well, I was imagining, as it is, that the intelligence would be some sort of like robot. So I was thinking, okay, a robot that has a screen, right, where it's gonna introduce everything. This screen could float, or maybe, go in a desk and just follow the person around. And I was thinking it could have double screens, because at some moments of the fanzine, I'm gonna have like the transparency with the pages with transparency. So I was thinking something like that, right? And so I made this sketch. I'm gonna just put it more to the center. Okay, so I made this sketch, and this sketch, it represents that, right? So I was gonna make some eyes here, so it resembles a person, and yeah, that would be it, right? And then I did it like on a third, so we can see the volume of it. And I liked it, but I realized something. This is very television like, and it's fine for someone of my generation because that's sort of what we grew up with, with the Robinsons and stuff, robots, and stuff like that. They resemble TVs. TVs now are not even volumetric, they're this are TVs now, right? This, or sometimes even this, that they're a little curved. So there is no point to this. So I was thinking, how am I gonna have like a vertical screen that floats around and stuff like that? And I thought, well, this is gonna be obsolete in a few years too. So what are we gonna have to watch? So right now, the idea of the wait, where's my eraser? Apparently I lost it. Okay, there it is. So the idea right now is that um you have glasses, right? You use these absurd glasses that Apple and Google and Meta and these 3D glasses that you're supposed to be using while you do things, and they fill your eyes with a lot of information. I don't even know how people are going out to the world with these things and not realizing that the information that they're putting in their eyes is distracting them from everything and having 1,000 accidents. But whatever. That's the idea. But I don't like that idea because for me it looks very stupid. And the second thing, I want this guy to be an outside source, not one that you have in your eyes and you think it's you. It becomes you. This guy has to be, it's an explorer. He's telling you things. He's talking to you. He will be more as a friend and not really as a something that gets in your mind and you think things through. So I was thinking, okay, it could be like a projection. It could be just a projection over a surface or something like that, or just a projection that like in the sci-fi movies just generates into thin air. That could happen too if you have the right things. I mean, it's happening right now. Projections on, well, they're not really projections, but it's like over glass and stuff like that. But whatever the thing is, this the support, the wall or some magical thing, a veil, smoke, something that creates a projection. It doesn't really matter. What I wanted was the image of the entity, of the AI. And I didn't want to make it a man, a person, because there's gender and everything. And obviously you can pick, right? You can pick whether or not it's a woman, a man, a kid, a teenager, an old person, whatever. But I was thinking, in these times, maybe there's also a lot of like, how do I say it? Like a little, because in this world that I'm creating, humans have left Earth. They're exploring other planets, and maybe there's a little bit of loss of that human connection. But there's also, the loss with antique creatures that I don't know if in this travels they're gonna have pets, for example. Like, are they taking pets in their explorations? Did they take pets when they left Earth? And so I was thinking it could be really cute to just introduce a pet that tells you this. And I thought of a cat because I'm talking about sardines, and sardines are fish, and cat and fish, they don't get along. Well, one eats the other one. So I was thinking of a cat. So I said, well, I could do a robotic type of shape, like very geometric, and do geometric shapes on the cat and stuff like that, and have it have some goggles, because this is an explorer and an explorer of the past. And in the past, person would use goggles if they were, I don't know, riding a plane. I mean, you don't ride a plane, flying a plane, sorry. flying a plane, or they would use these goggles with certain things to explore things, right? So I was thinking of that, something like that. And then I didn't like it, it was too cartoony. So I decided to make another cat. So I looked at a reference of a cat, and I decided that I was gonna have just a cat, very serious, very cat-like. There are cats that don't have funny faces unless they have a very particular personality. So I thought, well, I'll just do the face of a cat. I'll create this image that also reflects a little bit of like as if it was engineered. So if you see here, you have the lines as if it was a ship. If it was a metal ship, and you have the lines where the plates, where the plates converge and stuff like that, as if this could be a plate that opens or something. The L is because he's the version 50 of this artificial intelligence, so smart. Max Ardent L. And then I did a color, but the color is floating, so the color will have like the name Max Ardent L. And I wanted to do a third eye too, but I didn't want to screw up this one because it took me a while just to look at a reference of a cat and start drawing it. So I decided that maybe I just want to take a photocopy of this, blow it up a little, and then with my light table redo it, redo the features and add some stuff. So I was thinking maybe add an eye here, an extra eye, maybe not even a cat eye, more like a robotic camera sort of eye. And why that? Because I think that it has more insight than other people. The eyes right now, I mean, this shape of the cat is just a resemblance. He will be a projection. There's no function. There's no functionality in his features. But I was thinking that maybe I could just reflect a little bit of his spirituality. And in many cultures, the third eye is more spiritual. It has other context also. But I was thinking maybe I could do that, but I will refine this. So once I had this, I decided that I was gonna just add a bit of a square, maybe without the square, I don't know, and do the cat here. The cat. Let me look, because I don't really draw cats. So I was looking at the physiology yesterday. So they have a little bit of like, yeah. This is just a thing, right? It's just a thing to. Whatever. It's not perfect. I'm not trying to make it perfect. Yeah, whatever. Well, actually, the size should be bigger. This should be more separated, but doesn't matter right now. It's just to figure out where it's gonna go. And then the color. All right. So I would have him there, maybe bigger, well, the cat will be bigger. It has to be bigger. Okay. It doesn't matter. It's just to make the mock-up. This is a mock-up of how it's going to be. So here I'm going to have the biography of the cat, and the name will be here. Also like what version it is, what it is, it'll have like the description here, when it was created, all of it, how do you interact with it. You're a being, an intelligent being on the universe, and you have access to him for free, and you can ask him questions. Okay, so this will be the presentation of the AI. And right after here, I'm gonna have like the first thing. So I was thinking a bit of like, here it is. Okay. I was thinking a bit of like, I have these fishes, right, that I made. Let me just take them. Okay. I have these fishes. This is the one for the third story, or second story, actually. This will be the last story. I'm not sure about this one yet. This is gonna be the one of the first one, of the first story. So I was thinking maybe just put them like upside down. Well, right now I'm just gonna put it here like this. This will be upside down, and what I'm trying to do is that I'm gonna have like here, right, like this, and then I'll have the lettering of the title of the thing here. So maybe I'm thinking of cutting it out, cutting it in two or something, or maybe just do it or horizontal. I don't know. I like the fish. I think it came out really good. So I don't know honestly. I was thinking something like this, like cut this part, and do this part of the fish, and then put the title of the. I don't think you could see it that well. Okay, let's just do it harder. So I'll have the title of the thing there, the fish, and then the little description, right? You have an intro to that subject. That would be the thing that I'm gonna have here for the first title. Now, every single story that this thing comes up with, like any other artificial intelligence chatbot, it should have a prompt. So I don't know. I'm gonna think about it, but maybe I'm gonna put here like the prompt. So the guy that asks, the imaginary person that asks would make this prompt, and maybe we can put here like who's making the prompt. I don't know, a kid or a scientist or whoever it is that's making the prompt here in this side, and then we have the response. So I was thinking of maybe cutting the fish out, or maybe just putting the text in front of it and just, cutting a bit of it. Maybe it could be horizontal. I don't know if a horizontal will be working very well, but it could be. I don't know. Something like this could work. Maybe just make it a little smaller and just, I don't know. I'll play with it in the program and maybe cut some parts, or I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but the idea of having this fish on the transparent page, that's it's not that I don't like it, but I'm gonna save those pages for other reasons, for other things that I want to do. So after that, we start with the information that it's gonna generate, right? I had some basic information collected for like actual sardines, where they how is it? Well, this is there's a couple of islands here. Okay, so where they live and stuff like that. They live actually around the world. There's a different species, but I'm gonna concentrate on the ones in the Mediterranean. All right. So I'm gonna draw a map, and I'm just gonna draw it with a pen. With pen? Yeah, with pen. With I'm just gonna ink the, that shape of the map. Not really caring about much, just a few details and stuff. I'm gonna have the subtitle that we're gonna have here. The subtitle is gonna be, let me look because I don't quite remember the wording, but it was like Sardines before the extinction, something like that. Let me look. Let me look. Let me look. Oh, this is not it. Okay. So it's like data of the sardines before the extinction. That'll be here. The other one, this one will be the main title. Because this chapter is gonna be before the extinction and after the extinction on Earth. So this will be just basic data of the sardines, whatever. And then we have the before the extinction and then after, right? So I have 3 paragraphs. I condensed the information in 3 paragraphs. So I'm gonna have those 3 paragraphs here, just 1 paragraph here. And I don't wanna use the entire width of the page on this. I just wanna leave, oh, that's why that was there. There's no Control C. We'll do it again. Okay, so there's no actual I don't want to actually just have two columns here and fill both of them all the time. So I'm just going to use one column for this text. And then I'm going to have a little drawing here, just a bunch of dots and lines and stuff like that. That resembles, you know, a school of sardines. And then I'm going to have like a little line. This should be like not a straight line. I'm going to do a dash line. And when I'm gonna do a dash line is because I need to have some control over the margins. Like, do you see here? I'm going over with the line of the map over the middle of it. You know, sometimes since this is not gonna be printed like in a printer that maybe is you know, you have to go to a printer and ask them to calibrate the machine so your art, when you fold it, it matches. Sometimes it won't match. It will like skew for like a couple of millimeters. It'll move. So what I'm thinking is not do that. You know, not have everything to the line. You know, just leave a little space. Like what I can do is like start doing the map, and in some areas just leave open spaces intentionally. So when I get here is an open space, and here too. So it looks intentional, and here with the dash line too, you know, not do a straight line but a dash line. And that dash line will give me just the space here to make that mistake, you know, for the machine to make that mistake, and it'll be fine. And here I want to do a circle and just do, you know, some sardines, like you're looking at the sardines in a bigger picture, right? You're looking at some of the sardines. Yeah, so that. And then obviously I'm talking at the end of the thing that that they became predators. I mean, they became not predators. Well, humans became the predators and started consuming them commercially and with fish ships and stuff. So I'm gonna draw a fish ship with a net to collect the fish here, and then just put that text over here, right? I should fit those three paragraphs in these 2 pages. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Maybe I'll just put this a little up and I'll have a little bit more space here, or I'll have to edit the text and just make it a little smaller and it'll fit. What I want is not just to have the information, you know, the information is important, the stories are important, but I can always condense the story a little bit more because only this will be factual. These 2 pages will be factual and the rest is made up. So I can transmit the story, you know, communicate it in other ways. I don't need to actually have a very long story. So I'm doing this on the first page. This is the actual facts of sardines. Sorry. And this other page, the next page, it's gonna have what it is, what's the space exploration. So they took, let me open the other file because this is not complete. Okay. So the other part of this chapter, of this prompt, you know, is sardines and the solar system and in space, you know, for when we started to do the exploration. So I'm gonna have a drawing here of a little made up ocean, you know. This is a bit, it's not an ocean. I don't know how to say this word. Let me see if I can just translate it, because I don't know how this word, um, what is this word in English? Okay, aquaponics. Okay, so this is a little aquaponics station, right? So what is aquaponics? It's a system where you have fish in water and all the, you know, all the residuals of the fish, you know, all the excrement and stuff that they produce gets used to help plants grow, you know. They make like their fertilizer and they make plants grow. So right now this one's missing one one bit. Like here should be the little ocean, made up ocean, you know. So, well, it's not an ocean, you know. It's not that big, but it's a floating, it's a floating thing. Okay, it's a floating machine where you'll have like the fish under up. You're gonna have like the plants that are gonna grow from this process, from this thing, and this is going to be floating in space. So, well, they'll have their own propulsors and stuff like that, and their machinery under. And then up here they're going to have like a platform, as if it was like a helicopter thing, you know, a helicopter that they have like the cross to be able to like, um park in the hospitals and stuff like that. So I came up with this. So there will be small ships in space that are gonna come to monitor the aquaponics tank. So they're gonna park in there, and then I'm gonna draw a system where, they have this thing connect to the machine. I mean, not to the machine, to the space ship. This connects to the ship, and this connects to the to the thing, to the tank. So people will come here and float here through here and be inside the tank. All right. So, well, I'm not gonna replicate the ship. Just make it a little more. Well, it's supposed to be there, right? Whatever. Whatever. This would be the ship. I'll go a little further than that. Whatever. And have some things here, right? And maybe a thing there. I don't know. Whatever. This ship, it's not even complete, but that would be the idea. So this actually has to be even. This ship would have to be a little smaller and have that thing here. I will have to draw the second floor of this, not just one, but this was the idea of it, the tank and the fishes and all of that. And this would be like a special glass that doesn't allow the sun to directly burn the fish. So it'll be like some sort of tempered, very technological glass that allows the fish to have an earth-like temperature to exist and to produce. And that's how they fish. People fish. Sardines in space are very a very exquisite food because there's not too much of it, and they have these tanks and everything, but it's a very costly type of thing. So the sardines will be expensive. So I'm gonna explain this system there in this page. Let me look. Okay. So yeah, here's gonna be that that explanation, right? And then I'm going here, and I'm gonna have this drawing also. We're gonna have the same thing here, just making a little bit of margin between the things. Now, none of this will be really colored. I want it to be all black pen. If it's colored, it will be with highlighters and stuff like that. Just give it a little touch of color, and it'll be done manually after. So I have to think about that. So here I'm going to explain how they modified the sardines genetically a bit so they can live in other worlds. All right. So here's just a landscape of other worlds, right? Here would be like a sun for this other solar system. There will be planets and stars way closer, so you would see them in the sky. And here will be the fish, right? Here will be the fish. So that's how they modified them and how they're producing them in other planets. And I'm gonna add here just a little bit of text of like here it is, like the cultural impact of the sardine in other planets and stuff. So here I'm just doing a little bit of paragraph introduction, and then I'm gonna have a recipe for sardines, a common recipe for sardines for people in space. Now, I was thinking about this, right? I wanted to do like some sardines with crust, with a panko and cheese crust. And then I thought, how are they gonna have cheese? Cheese comes from milk. Milk comes from cows. Did they take cows to space in order to have milk? So I was thinking, no, that would be improbable, right? Maybe they did bring some cows or some stuff to other planets, but do they produce milk? I mean, were we able to take all of our animals and have them to produce these foods? And I thought no. So I thought this had to be plant based. So I decided that I was gonna have some beans in a tomato sauce with onions, a bit of lemon, and the sardines. And so I'm actually gonna make this recipe to know that it works that way. But here's just a little drawing. I don't know if you can see it because this doesn't automatically. It's not set on automatic focus. All right. So well, and here just be a drawing of the food, of the dish, and here will be the ingredients and here how to prepare it. So that will be the end of this one, of this first prompt. All right, so here we'll have the prompt 2. I think that I'm gonna have the prompts because the point of this fanzine is sort of like to make up, it's not generated by AI. I'm coming up with these stories, but I wanted to resemble, what would it be to have like AI in the future generating our knowledge. So okay, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put the prompt and I'm gonna put here a little bit of the description of who's asking. Here I had the other one, right? So the next one would be this one. Or is it? Would be this one. Is this one. And this is a little bit more problematic for me in terms of like the having the title and the description, because if you see the fish, we have this part that is full of like, oh sorry, this part that is full of the drawing, and it's a important part of the drawing, and then I have this skeleton here, and I would have to use just this like a little bit of like this part for the title and the description, which is very short. And I don't know, because otherwise the text would be here and it would take this drawing away. And I really like this drawing. I'm sorry. I didn't sleep well last night. Okay, so I'm gonna have this drawing, and I like to have it in its entirety. And this one has to be vertical. It cannot be like this. It won't work that way. So I'm thinking that maybe what I'm gonna do is just make it smaller and cut it in parts. So I would have this part a little more upper, this one a little down, and I would have space for the description and the title. I can also add this drawing is complete as stickers with the fancy. Maybe that'd be cool. So it's complete and I can just cut it here and not care. So here is the legend. This is the legend of the harbingers of death, and these are the sardines that thought. I mean that the myth is that the sardines collected souls in times of piracy. The times of the pirates. They would be in the ocean waiting for pirates to die and to fall into the ocean, and they would pick them up and their souls, right? So here I just wanted to do like a drawing. It's gonna melt into, not melt, dude, these words that I come up with, whatever. In Spanish it would make sense. It's gonna take over 2 pages, but I'm gonna do the same. See here, I just came here, in here, and here, and here, and didn't complete it. Here in the wave, I would have to do the same, like make the wave end here, the other one start here, something like that. So I would have the space to not complete the thing. I just don't, I have so little time that I don't want to deal with the fact that they're not gonna match perfectly. I just gonna make it intentionally not match. So okay, so I'm gonna have like, this is the title, the starting, the introduction of the subject, and then I'm just gonna have start telling the story over here. Now I did create the alphabet. I also created letters for the starts of the, for this, the drop letters. The drop letters, I created them. I actually would have to have a drop letter in here too. Let me just do it, because otherwise I'll forget. Okay, here, right here starts, and it would have to be here, the drop letter. All right. Okay. So I would have the drop letter here, and then I just start. So here is just the myth, and the other part of the myth, and then I'm just gonna that's like the sardines in times of pirates. And then I have two subjects, and the other subject is like religious influence, and the other one is the legends of the soul guardian sardines. So I'm just gonna pick one of them because I don't have that much space. I don't want to start making too much of the like the fanzine. I don't want to add too much. We have 4 subjects, and I'm thinking of adding another one. So maybe it'll be too long, and I don't want to. So I'll just pick 2 or 3 of the sub, because I also I do it. I have like 4, 5. I have 5 sub subjects. You know what I mean? In this one prompt. So I'm just gonna choose 3, right? So I'm gonna put here 1. I'm gonna choose the other one to start here. The other one that I'm doing is like, okay, I'm gonna draw a skeleton, like the one that was like a skull, not a skeleton. I'm gonna draw a skull here, and not necessarily have this circle. Maybe just a little bit of texture around, not really making up a circle, just the texture, right? Something like that. I don't know, as if it was like ink splattered on a page or something like that. Yeah, that could be fun. The ink splattered on a page, and then just from the darkness of the ink, you can see the skeleton, right? Something like that. I don't know, something like that. And I'm gonna have the other subject here, and a bit of like the introduction to that subject. And here I'm gonna have a cutout. This is gonna be cut out. This is not gonna exist. It's gonna be a hole. And I'm gonna keep doing the text from here. It's gonna pass over here, and here I'm gonna have just an illustration. Dude, it's too small. It's too small for this thing. I don't know how to do it. Okay, so I'm gonna have an illustration here that has a couple of skulls, and just like the souls, like a little fume of the souls. All right. Oh, thank you, Snack TTV. It's just a draft, so I'm gonna do the ship way more detailed after. I'm just planning the content and how it's gonna be distributed in the fancy. Okay, so this is gonna be a hole, and why do I want to make a hole? Because I wanna, dude, I'm sorry that it's everywhere, but I did things not in the right order. This is gonna be the hole, so you're gonna see still when I'm continue reading this other subject, this other story, I'm still gonna see the skull here, and this is gonna be a transparent page. So this transparent page, I don't know if you see it. This is like, it's yeah, I have to do the automatic focus so you can see it better, but whatever. So this is gonna be a school of sardines, you know, just sardines, circle and circle and circle. And I did it here under here because this part of the school of sardines is actually empty. You don't see anything here in the middle, but you see this, you know, the way that it starts like circling around. And this is gonna be in a transparent page. I wanna actually, I'm sorry, Mike, I hate you. um I'm gonna do like color in this page. So these sardines are gonna be sort of like blue. I want them to do blue because it's like I'm when I think of souls and stuff like that, I think of cold colors. So blues, violets, that sort of like coloring. So I'm thinking that when this fish do these circles, that's gonna be part of the myth. That the fish start swimming to collect the souls and they turn from blue to violet. So the fish are gonna have color. This is gonna be a transparent page. So when you lay it down, like when you turn it around, the fish are gonna be on top of like the skull, you know, so that would be like a nice visual. So I'm doing that here in this one. And then I'm gonna have to have like this page is gonna be the other side of this one, of the transparent one. These two are gonna be the transparent ones. And then I'm gonna have here, you know, maybe you know, the like an ending to the story of the collectors of souls, right? This is gonna be the end. And then I'm gonna have to start with the next one, right? The prompt 3. Who's asking? And then I have this one is the sea monsters. So this is in this story, it's supposedly happened like around the 2400 year. um so it's supposed to be like a huge sardine move the earth. That is actually the fourth story, but it anchors back to this one. And a lot of huge giant creatures started popping up in the sea and taking over the sea. So we can no longer be in the sea. You know, we cannot travel through sea. We cannot transport anything through the sea because these creatures would kill everything and destroy everything. So humans came up with the idea that they're gonna have a sardine like super huge robot fish that is gonna have people inside and merchandise and stuff like that to travel the ocean. And so this is the robot. Well, it's a ship actually. It's not a robot, you know. It's a ship, and they are the ones that go through the ocean. This is huge, you know. These are little windows, like a plane practically. So I would have to do the same. This could easily be here horizontally. I wouldn't need it to be vertical. I don't know if you see it. It's just very small. I'm doing everything very small. I should do it bigger. Sorry. So I'm gonna have the title of it, right? Title here, introduction text, just like in any other of the things. And I want to do here also like a bit of an illustration, most like this one, you know, but with huge monsters. So it's either that or just start drawing some of the monsters while I tell the story. So first I'm gonna see what space do I have. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna have the drop cap here, right? And I'm gonna start writing. I'm just gonna write in one column so I have a bit of space here. So here's the part where I explain what happened, right? And then I could have like, okay, so when I do things like this, I have to take into account that I don't want to have problems with the printing. So I'm gonna have to like cut it out in two. And then maybe just start drawing some creatures, right? So I was thinking of like, yeah, octopuses are like huge and stuff, and I'm sure. I mean, one of my drawings already has like an octopus sort of like thing. So I'm thinking just huge, really, I don't know, weird little fish and sea animals. This will be like whatever, like the sea. Maybe I can have an octopus. I don't really know if I want an octopus, but maybe we can have one. I have to think of like 3 or 4 different type of like creatures that would come out. Um that would be like, and this would be like waves type of thing, so we know that they're in the sea. Um and maybe here just have like a little landscape thing, and maybe a ship being completely wrecked by the creatures, right? Just have a super huge creature here, and the ship wrecked. To explain that the yeah, it's too small, dude. I don't know how to do it. Like, let me figure it out. Give me a sec. Maybe I can configure video, and maybe I can zoom it in. Ah, this is perfect. Okay. Okay. So if you see here, let me just click OK. All right. So here I just have the sea creatures. Here I'll have a creature destroying a ship. So we know, right? And I don't know what these creatures will be. I still have to design them. I would like to do a big fish like a whale or something, but more like as if it has a hunchback, you know, that comes out of the water or something like that. And well, if you're hearing people talking, these are my neighbors. They're fixing something in the building next door, and they're making a lot of noise. So sorry. So I was thinking maybe even more like dinosaur like. He could have a bag with a little bit of things. I don't know, and it could be really ugly and deformed. I don't know. I don't want to create some sort of like this is looking too cartoony. I don't want to do like what is it? Serpents, like snakes type, that type of fish. No. But I don't know. Maybe not even like a dragon. I don't know. Let me look for like sea creatures. I have one open here in Pinterest, like for sea creatures and stuff. Yeah, there are some dragons that could work, and also some of this fish that have huge teeth, right? This type of fish that could work. They have like small, some sort of like small eyes and a lot of teeth. Eesh. Huge teeth. And like that or something. And well, we'll have to like have a little bit of texture here, right? And well, we're not gonna have everything here, but maybe like those ugly fish, and we would have to have like a little, how do you say this word? Hold it. Dude, they're making so much noise, it's annoying. Fin. Okay, so we would have like a fin here or something. They have to swim somehow, right? I don't know, something like this would be one probably. You know, I would like to texture it a bit, do some lines here and there, put some little dots here and there just to make it more texture. I'm doing every single illustration by hand. I'm not doing anything digitally. Everything is going to be like this. This was made with ink pen, those type of ink pens. Where do I have one? Well, oh, they're over there. So just like a rapidograph, stuff like that. So I'm gonna have all of them drawn like this, and nothing digitally, nothing. So yeah, I mean, I know I made the letters for the fonts digitally, but that's because I needed to put it on the font program that didn't work, by the way. So stuff like that. Just make it very menacing. These creatures are awful and scary. That's why we stopped going into the ocean and had to create the other, the other ship. So I want to create about 3 of this type of fish. I know that's not very detailed, it's not very good right now, but I just I'll figure it out. I'll figure out how to make it, you know, just go with creatures that already exist and try to make them a little scarier. I don't know. Um okay, so this would be the third one, right? So I would have to pick also not too much text. I have a lot of text, and this one there's a lot of like, let me see. I think there's like 3 or 4 stories too, and I don't want so much. So this would be like the introductory text of what happened. Ah, Jesus, they're making too much noise. I hate it when they do this. Start yelling like for nothing. Wait a second. Dude, if they continue yelling, I'm just gonna go out and tell them to be quieter. Jesus. Okay, so let's just do another set of like pages. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. This is the middle. 1, 2, 3. Okay. It was 4. Yeah. So this is a page. 1, 2, 3, 4. I love these dotted pages. They're very useful to draft. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I don't have that much time to finish this fanzine. That's scaring me too. I have to have them ready for June 6th, and it's just like a week away, and I have to produce like 30 for the book fair that we're gonna have. I have to put everything together, finish the illustrations, cut a little bit of the text for the stories because it's way too long, and I don't want it to be too long. I have to lay out everything, all the design in the computer program, and then go print, and then start sewing the things. And I haven't done the ceramic sardines yet to put in the flats, so it's a lot of work. It's just a lot of work. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish, so we'll try. We'll give it a shot. Okay, so here, um, here it's gonna be the prompt of the monsters, right? We have a little bit like the awakening of the monsters that is supposed to be there already. Then we have like the concept of the sardine submarine. So I'm thinking that dude, there's this guy that is called Dr. Marcellus Vargos. That's the guy that invented the sardine submarine. because he was a fanatic of eating sardines. So he's the one that decided that it was gonna be a sardine shape kind of fish, and he was the one that was making every plan. So I don't know if I should start like, okay, we have here the awakening of the. Let me just. Here we have the awakening of the sea monsters, right? I'm just explaining what happened, how they came out and stuff like that. Actually, I would have to have more text. It's too little of a text. Too little text. Okay, so maybe we'll just have another paragraph here so we can have a little bit more. Otherwise, it's going to be too short. So in here, I would have to explain who this guy is. And I don't know if I want to do a sketch of him. I should, right? I should have like a little drawing of him. But I don't know if I want to. Like here. Just a drawing of the guy. Maybe like a half to half his chest. Then we have the drop cup. No, the drop cup was there. I don't need the drop cup here. Okay. And maybe just start explaining who this guy is. We'll have the title here. Explaining who he is. I don't like this. Okay. Okay, maybe just who he is, what he did right here. And then maybe we'll have just another title here, and here I can use the two columns to start writing how the construction went and all of that. So here I would have to make a little bit of like some sketches maybe of how he came up with the idea. So maybe just recreate a bit of like the design idea, maybe a little sketch of what he thought it would look like. Not really the same drawing that I end up having, but just parts of it. Maybe on the inside he'll imagine other things, not even like that. Maybe he would imagine how it's gonna look on the inside, maybe having some tables, some seats, and have some huge windows to look to the ocean and the sea creatures. And he thought this was an amazing idea. Maybe it'll have like, I don't know, as if it was a train station. I mean, not a train station, what is it? Maybe not even like that. Yeah. These are gonna be long trips. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what these people are doing, but they're starting to get in my nerves. They won't be quiet. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe there will be a little table there, whatever, and then more seats from side to side, and then have the huge windows, right? The huge windows where they look at the ocean. I don't know, something like that, little sketches of things. I don't know if I want to do too much detail of the interior, maybe just how the pieces are gonna be together, how he's gonna, join the pieces. I don't know, little notes here and there, of the ideas that he was getting, like we were taking a page of his notebook where he was having all these ideas and drawing these little things. So I'll have to create all these illustrations too. I have to think about that. Oof, this is so much that I have to draw. Okay, so we'll have that one. We'll have like the construction, like the idea and how it started, right? In this one, I'm gonna continue because that part is a little long. That part of the story is long, and I don't think that I can cut it out. because it talks about the propulsion system. It talks about how they had a radar, how they worked with defense mechanisms, what it was called, all of that. I mean, it's a lot of information. So I'm just gonna put it here. I decided that I don't want to do like a whole page of like 2 column things. So I'm just gonna have that here and maybe just have like I could have here like the logo type of it. I would have to create one. Jesus Christ. The thing is gonna call the standing. Stadine. Because it's submarine. That was a sardine. Okay, so whatever, I can have the logo type there of the sardine, whatever. I could even have a little bit of paragraph here saying where the name came from and stuff like that, or who designed the logo, stuff like that. I don't know. So I would have that there, and I don't think that this whole thing is gonna complete everything. This is a long story. This is a very long story. So I would have also here like maybe how it was set on the, because they're in the cities, and this story, the world had like, it was behind a wall. Okay, they created super tall walls around the beaches, so the sea would come here, but the sea creatures couldn't get into the cities. So the cities had huge walls, right? And then the city was right after, right on the other side, right? The cities would come to that wall, but let's just do a wall there. I don't know, I have to explain it. So maybe just have here an illustration of that, of the city and the wall, how it worked. I don't like this. I don't like it. Hold it. Let's just do something better. Okay. Okay, the wall could be that. The water will come here, right? And maybe we can just have the sardine over here. Just like, whatever. Right? This would be the wall, and right in that wall we'll have like the skyline of a city, and maybe the moon or something there, or the sun, or whatever it is. And this will be the ocean, maybe something like that. It has to have a little bit more of air, so something like that. Maybe that's better. That looks better. I don't know. This thing's, wait, I don't like that either. But I like the idea of having the sketches of the guy. So maybe just the guy sketching a little bit, just a sardine, just a little bit of like a mechanism here or something. The join, how he's gonna join the parts. There is like a circular thing for propulsion. You know, the tail that he designed with and it's like a thing. What is this? What is this called? I don't know what it's called. But it's this thing that turns around to create propulsion. So it would be hiding here. Stuff like that. Little details, a little bit of notes, his notes here and there, 4 or 5 sketches of him. That's better than the one we had before. Okay, so what else? And then we have like how it started. Like maybe I can have the drawing of a ticket for the. Actually, do you think that in the year 2400 we're gonna have tickets? No, we're not gonna have tickets. So that idea is gone. Maybe it'll be just like a chip, a chip that allowed you to get in. So it was like a digital chip. Maybe we'll describe it here. This was a digital chip that they used for the embarking. Maybe we can put here, um, here will be water. Here'll be a little like thing where they get in the trip, right? People are here just getting in. There's an officer here that lets them in. And there's the people lining up to get in the ship. And then we can have a little bit of a paragraph here just explaining about the and this will tell you just how big this thing was, right? This it'll be like just showing you how big it was, how huge it was. Okay. So, okay. We'll have here like the first float of the Sardine, and how it was filled with expectations and stuff. But it was like very much like a Titanic type of situation where the Sardine sort of like failed completely. They started doing other versions of it until they perfected it, but you know. So here's like the explore, like exploration. Let me see. I have three parts in this, like the successes that they had. When they started doing testing, this would be the human already. But I would have here like the successes of the mission, and I would have like how many are there? Three. One, two, and three. And then we have one failure. I mean, the big failure. That was when they started already taking people, and it was like a bad situation. I don't want to do more illustration here. I think I have a lot of illustration around, and I want to do more of that. Now I want to have also another transparent page here, um because I want to have this part where I have some, you know like monsters, some sea monsters, and the other page, the transparent page, lays on top, and you can see the sardine traveling around the monsters. I don't know how I want to do that yet. I mean, that seems like a good idea to me. So it would be like here I would have to have an illustration of like the sea very sort of lonely sea. Or maybe I can have the standing here, traveling through the ocean. And when you put the transparent layout has the monsters. So I don't know if it's an octopus type of like thing. It would have to whatever be around here. So when you lay it out, it's like it's right on top of it. Maybe I could even draw it so the thing would have like the tentacles around the study. Something like that. So when you put it on top, that's what you will see. That could be fun. So, because these are all monsters, right? And I could even not even have the line of the sea right there, you know, bigger. I mean, not bigger, taller. I mean, upper. Sorry. And then I would have more sea monsters around here. I don't know. I don't know what the shapes will be, but something like that. And well, I don't want to have the line there, just the monster, so it lays on top of it. Okay, that I like. That I like. Okay, I'm gonna do another page here. 2 more. Okay. This would be the middle. Okay. All right. So after that, I just have like the advances, technological advances. Now this one will have the monsters. So this page is useless. You know, this one will be this page. This both are transparent pages. So transparent. Okay, transparent pages. This two. And then I just have the conclusion of the story, and the conclusion of the story is like the legacy. What is the legacy of the Sardine? I think that I'm gonna use standing because I like it better instead of studying. Standing, you know. And yeah, just one single column of information, just like here, and just what was the legacy of it? I mean, what did humanity got out of it? And then came the space exploration. So that's how we end that one. And let's just create another set of pages. Okay, I should have until this is here, sorry. I should have until 11:30. What time is it now? Okay, I have another hour. Think about this. And then I have to go see what I'm gonna cook for lunch today. I don't even know, dude. I need to think about it. I don't even want to think about it. I'm not two here. Two here. Okay. Just my head in the middle of the camera again. The other day, my head was here. This is awful. All right. So I'm gonna have the prompt for what it is, who made it, right? And I have all of that information because when I was coming up with the idea and everything, I started creating the prompts. This prompt says, "Hi, I'm a spatial scientist. I mean, I'm gonna study for spatial to be a special scientist, and I am what is? Let me see if I can translate. Oh, it says that he remembers reading somewhere that in the year 2887, when the Venus satellite expedition landed, they had some technology, like some X ray technology, that they could reach the Earth, and they revealed that there, within the tectonic plates, there was a very strange, huge creature, and it's telling the artificial intelligence to tell him if this is true and what the expedition discovered. So that's the prompt that I came up with, and that's what I'm gonna write here. So here will be like the expedition, right? Expedition, it has a name, is VESE XR 300. So we'll have same thing. We're gonna have the introduction. Now I don't have a fish for it. I don't have a fish drawn for it. Oh yeah, I do. This one. But I don't like it. This is like the octopus fish octopus. And this was supposed to be like the type of fish that exists in the middle of the earth, and that created like moved the tectonic plate so much that the sea monsters, sea creatures from the other story came out of the center of the earth. Now in this version of the fanzine, this was gonna be that part. we're gonna do it in oh, now it's way too zoomed, you know, it's too zoomed in, you're not gonna be able to see it, but okay. We have like this page that is smaller than the usual page. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to see it, whatever. And I'm just gonna redraw it here, I think. Okay, so I have like that. I could have like a bit of the fish, maybe the fish here, the top of it, and then just have a little bit of the tentacles around here. I don't know, and maybe down here the tentacles too. That'll be it. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, okay. So this one will start. Okay, it says what the mission is about, and the discovery of the giant sardine-like skeleton. So here is where I want, when I pass this page, I'm gonna have this smaller page. The smaller, it's gonna be smaller, and in another color, paper color. So in this page, actually, this will be here. This will be here, not here. Here we'll just have the one half. But here I need to have something here. I need to have something. So maybe I'll just put some text in it. Let me see what I can put in. I have enough information for it. Do I have enough information for it? Yeah. I have like, okay, I have two things. I have like the mission. Okay, here just be the introduction. So here will be the mission, what the mission was about. Oh, just one column, not two. So, and then the technology of the X-ray and the reach of it to Earth. So that will be here. And then we'll have here like discovery of the giant sardine. So yeah, this is just gonna be the title, because on the other page I'm gonna have like just a tiny bit of information. Tiny, not too big. Let me get it. Okay, here. Let me see what I came up with the other day. Oh, and it wasn't in this one. I had it on another paper that I don't know where it is anymore. Okay, whatever. So here I'm gonna have like the planet, and I'm gonna have like satellite, the satellite dish. I mean, it's not a dish, but you know, it's a satellite with this telescope that is gonna. Oh shit! I'm not showing it. Okay. So I'm gonna have a planet there, or I think the planet was over here. It's not. It was not here. Yeah, it's like the satellite came to the orbit of this planet, and it had like X-ray thing. The Earth was here, the Moon was here, and here I'm just gonna explain tiny bits of information, like not much, just tiny bit, like that the thing was what, in Venus, was it? I think it was in Venus. Yeah. Um the thing reached Venus, it pointed to Earth and used this X-ray type of thing. Now remember that I have to cut this out around so I don't use the middle parts. Okay, something like that. And here on Earth, there will be like the tectonic plates. It'll be like this. It'll be like, okay, you have Earth, and then you have like all the layers of Earth, like the crust and the mantle and all of that stuff. And right around the middle, we'll have like the sardine, the drawing of the sardine that I made, you know, with the tentacles and everything. It'll be here. This will be it. And this is gonna be the thing that they discovered that was the one that moved the Earth to keep the magnetic field working, and at some point it moved in a way where all these creatures that were trapped in this space came out to the surface and started living in the oceans. Oh shit. Yeah, this Zoom thing. Hi Lily, how are you doing? Thank you for coming to the stream. Okay, so this is gonna be this little thing. Let me look if I have it, because I should have it around. I used to have all the drawings in the same place, but apparently, dude, I couldn't lose that one. Apparently, I lost it. I can't find it. Okay, let me see. Oh, I think it's this. Is it? Is it this? No, it's just the middle of it, the half. Yeah, apparently I lost it. Where is it? Come on. Yeah, it's not here. No, I lost it. I lost it. It's not here. Well, it doesn't matter because that was just a draft too, so I have to redo it. That sucks though because it was looking really pretty. I don't know what it is. Okay, I'll look it up a little later. Where's my pen? I left my pencil. Now I lost my pencil. That's nice. Okay, let me get another one. Okay. Oh, there it is. Found it. It fell. Okay, so this is gonna be here in this little drawing, right? This is gonna be Earth. I know it doesn't look like Earth, but it doesn't matter. And so here I'm gonna describe that what was happening, right? And then I'm just gonna add a little like what? I was gonna do a little like in maps you have this thing where it explains what you're seeing, but I think yeah, maybe I'll do that. It's just a little information that is framed, and it has just a few things, like the satellite. What was the satellite name? All of that. And then we'll have Earth. And then in this page will flip, and we'll also have the page here, right? And in this one, what I was gonna do, let me see. I think that I was gonna draw the fish, but I don't think I wanna draw. Oh, the constellation. That they discovered a new constellation, and they named it after the sardine. Yeah, I was gonna draw some stars here, and then just like in the astrology things, have the sardine drawn, and this would be like I don't know how many constellation, because I think that there are supposed to be 13 already, not 12, but maybe, and they're just drawing off the constellation. That's it. Okay, so now here I would just finish this with a little bit more of like the implications of what I mean, the like what happened, like how they came up with the theory that these movements awaken the monsters from the previous story. So I'm just gonna do a couple of paragraphs here about it, you know. It doesn't have to be that long. Um, Let me think about it though. It's too much. Okay. Because maybe I do want to explain it a little more. This, I think that this story in particular with the other stories, since they both mesh, are interesting to have a little bit more detail on them. So maybe, yeah, maybe I'll do it a little longer. Uh, because I developed the text and I added, like when it started, when the first appearance of the monster came, that came after a big earthquake, and then what happened, right? Just just telling a little bit of the story. So that would be here. And let me see. Because I remember that I wrote something that it was like they had the theory that if Earth worked this way, then this sort of life that lived inside and made the world work existed in other planets too. And and they started investigating and all of that. That's how they decided to terraform other planets, because they found the same creature working in those planets. So maybe I can just do that, have a few planets and have them have different creatures, and maybe, you know, just like that, something like that. Maybe the other creature is not a fish, and yeah, and they just terraform the ones that have the things. Maybe we can add a little um not poetry, because I don't write poetry. I don't know how to write poetry. But we can put some a little bit of some rhymes here, sort of like a little poetic, not really poetry, but a little like a few a few things, like make it a little poetic. I don't know. I like this idea. So I'll do that. And then that's it. That is it. Oh, we had a fourth one. That is right. See, I told you that I had thought of another prompt. I did a for one prompt. That's like within this story of of the the sardine that lived inside Earth. I started another prompt, and that prompt was a little bit more like theological, like what was what happened when people found out that this happened. That was there panic. What did the religious entities say about it? Did they deny it or what? But honestly, this is way too much already to produce to for me to do the other one too. I mean, it was huge. I remember I developed a lot of information with it. I did a lot of research, like to be able to make up a believable story of how it changed people's views of the world. It's not that that part is not interesting. It is interesting, but I have so much work. How am I gonna finish all of this for June 6th? I have to produce it. So let me see how much time do I have. I don't even have a week. June 6th is next Thursday. I have a week, which means I would have to finish all the illustrations these days before Saturday. So maybe on Monday of next week, I can ask my sister to see if we can, on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, if we can get together and print it, so I can start sewing everything on the 5th and have it ready for the 6th. So that means that I have to do all the illustrations, everything, the production, the layout, in 4 days. I have till Friday. That's it. Because Saturday and Sunday I could do things, but I haven't done the sardines for the flasks yet. And that actually, I should start doing that before, because those the flasks with the sardines, they are supposed to dry before I can paint them, and I haven't even bought the resin for it. This is a mess. This is a mess. Okay, so that's the thing. I don't think that I'll be able to finish everything that I have to do. Let me just go back to the zoom out. Yeah, okay. Okay, all right. So, see, this is zoomed out already and it's still zoomed in. Whatever. So the first thing that I want to do is to start. Oh, this is the safe station 19. This is safe station 19. These are the drafts for the logo I made. This is when I started thinking of the logo, and these are like the ideas I was having. And, dude, this is so old. This is like from December. Oh, this is terrible. Was terrible. It was like alarm. It was an alarm there. Oh, this was awful. In the end, we went with something similar to this. I liked it actually. When I did this one, I knew that I wanted this one. Okay. So, so, okay, I have a lot of work to do. So the fishes are all done. The 4 fishes that are gonna be here, they're all done. One, okay, this was the draft. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I have my 4 fishes. I also have the fonts. So the fonts are done for the titles. All the titles. And I'm gonna use the same fonts for the drop cap. I'm not gonna do the other ones because I did the other ones and they didn't. I mean, it's not that they didn't come out pretty. They are pretty, but I don't know if I really enjoy. Like, let me see if I can just put it. Oh Jesus! Let me see if I can put it here. Hold it. Here they are. Okay. So if you see here on the this is the E. I made 4 letters because I was just supposed to have 4 letters. So here oh wait, I made this frame, but I don't know if I like it too much, so I don't think I'll use it. So this is the L. This would be the S. Oh, don't hold it. Okay, that's the S for the drop caps, you know. This is the A. I like the A. I like it a lot. And this is the E. So I made this. Now this fish don't really resemble sardines. Sardines don't have so much flexibility. They don't have it. They don't have that much flexibility. This is more like koi fish than sardines. These are more sardines. These are not sardines. Well, they are a bit. They're a bit sardine. And this look like sardines. The E just doesn't look like sardines. So I'm thinking that I don't wanna do that. Hold on a second, because people are writing to me. You know, Tuesdays are the days where people write to me the most. I don't know why, because I already told them that I have a stream. Let me figure something out just for a second. Okay, so the thing is that what I want to do is not use these letters. Maybe these letters I can use in like stamps, and maybe do them in like stickers, stuff like that, but not really for the scene. Right now, I don't think I'll use them for the scene. So I have to start doing the. I'll do this later because with this is enough. I'm just gonna take a page. Okay, and start putting whatever it is that I need to start drawing. So I have already digitally traced a map. Let's go to the map. Okay, this is the map. I traced the map. Okay, so this will be the map. Now see, the map is way too complicated. It has too many things. I traced it from a picture, from a map, you know. This was the map. This is the actual map. Now, I'm not going to use the whole map. You know, I'm not going to put the continents on the bottom of the Mediterranean because I need that space for the content. this is the content that's going to come with the map. So what I want to do is print this and then trace it again with ink pens and just not put so much detail. You know, maybe this could have a little bit of detail because I'm doing the circle over here. And when I do the circle over here with the other fish, then this is not gonna matter, you know. So maybe I'll just print this one so I can like do that, start doing the redrawing, you know what I mean, and put the other details, because over here over here is where I was gonna have like the fish drawn, just tiny little things, also the fish boat. So it would be here like the map, right? The first one that I have to do, first one would be the map of the Mediterranean. How do you write Mediterranean in English? Mediterranean. Oh, I'm just gonna do that. I don't want to look it up. Okay. So this, it will be the map that I have to trace. So I would have to trace the map. I would have to add the circle, right? The circle, you know, this is like a zoom thing, and then we'll have the fish. Yeah, whatever, that's the fish. And I have to do the fishing boat, and the net plus net. Okay, all of that is just one drawing. All right, so drawing number 2, I have to retrace do this thing, the aqua, what was it? You guys remember how it was called? Oh, jeez, no. I don't remember what it was called. Give me a sec. In Spanish is aquaponia. Aquaponia. Aquaponics. Okay, so this is the aquaponics tank. So I have to do the aquaponics tank. So in the aquaponics tank, I have to do this. This would be the part of like no, let's do it a little lower. Okay. So I would have to I have three things, right? So it would be the part where the fish are gonna be, the part where the plants are gonna be, the landing thing, you know, where the spaceships land. This part that is the connection with the spaceship. Oh, they started yelling again. That's fantastic. That's just fantastic. Okay, and here will be the spaceship. I actually have to make it smaller and stuff. Well, whatever. That I'll make it better. It's just a little draft. And then I have the propulsion and machinery part of this station here, right? Something like that. Okay, it doesn't matter. So here will be the fish. Here will be the plants. Yeah, whatever. There will be plants there. All right. So I have to draw this one. I also have to, okay, the cat is already drawn. Max Ardintel. Max Ardintel is already drawn as the cat, but I need to make it bigger and put it in ink. So trace it again. Trace it because I like it. I'm just gonna make it bigger. You know, I'm just gonna make it bigger and trace it bigger. Here I have to do, for this one, I have to do the landscape. for the planet, for the new planet. So I'm just gonna put the numbers here, right? That's better. That's way better, I think. Okay, that's way better. Okay, so this, the map is number 1. Number 2 is this. Number 3 is Max Ardentel. That's the 3. Number 4 is this, the landscape. Number 5 is the recipe. Number okay, this is 5. Number 6 is the ship. So number 6, dude, this lining sucks, right? It really truly sucks. It sucks. Whatever. Okay, so that's the ship. With yeah, ships plus waves. 7. Okay, this will be 5. This will be 6. 6. Okay. So 7 will be the skull. Skull with ink and paper. So this will be 7. The 8th is gonna be the skulls with souls. Skulls with souls. So this will be 8. Okay, 9. 9 will be the school of fish. School of sardines. Oh, that's for the transparent. Transparent. Okay, the 10th will be the sea monsters. Sea, okay, wait, will be the 9. Okay, this will be the 10. Okay, sea monsters. And the sea monsters have to be 3 different sea monsters, so it's 3 different. 3 different, and the ship, and well, one of them with the ship plus ship. Okay, yeah. All right, so that's the 10. That's the 10. The 11th is gonna be the illustration of that guy, of the one that invented the Sardine. So portrait of the inventor. Okay. 12 is gonna be the draft of the standing. Okay. 13 is gonna be the standing logo. Jesus, I have to do so much. The standing logo. And 14 is gonna be the city layout, plus the wall and the ocean. All right, so this will be the 14th. 15 is gonna be people. Oh, come on. People boarding the standing. All right, that's 15. 16 will be 16 is just the standing that I have. I already have the standing, so I'm not actually redrawing it. I'm just putting it there again. Maybe just the standing plus waves. All right, and the 17 is the transparent one, so it would be a sea monster, like on top of the standing. And this is the transparent one. Yeah, okay. So the 18th, this is the 17th. The 18th will be, what would it be? Okay, the 18th is the satellite. Dude, I have to look for it because satellite satellite is with two L's. Is it? I don't know. Well, okay. The satellite plus Earth plus Moon. All right. And then the 19th. So this is the 18th. The 19th will be the constellation. And the last one that I'll have, right, is the 20th. Okay, so this is the 20th. Okay, there will be just planet with monsters inside. Okay, so I have 20 illustrations to make. This is insane. I'm not gonna be able to finish this. To be honest, I'm just thinking that I'm not gonna be able to do it. If I want to do it perfectly the way that I want to do it, it's not gonna be ready for June 6th. It's not. It's too much to do. There's too much to do. Okay. So out of these things, I'm gonna pick the ones that are gonna be the easiest for me to do, and start just with those. So I can just warm up to it, right? Now I'm not gonna do it today. I'm definitely doing it starting maybe tonight, but not right now. I have to go cook something, then I have to work in the afternoon. And yeah, that'll be it. So I'm gonna choose. I'm gonna pick up one of my highlighters and just choose. Did I think I misplaced the blue highlighter? I remember I had a blue one, but okay. What happened to this one? Okay, I don't know. So the map will be easy for me. So that I'm doing first. The map. The aquaponics tank, I like it. It's gonna be a lot more detailed, so that'll do later. So then I'm gonna follow with do first. Then the third, that's the cat, just because I have to trace it. There's no big deal in it. Then I'll do the landscape because the landscape is easy. Ship with waves, that's gonna be hard. The skull ink paper, the skull souls will be fourth, and then I'm just gonna pick one more that is gonna be easy. School of Sardines could be easy. Let me think about this. Now this don't have to be very developed. I mean, very detailed illustrations. Some of them. So like I'm gonna do the planets. Okay, these are gonna be my first five, right? So I'm just gonna write it here. It's 1, 3, 4, 8. So 1, 3, 4, 8, and then what? 20? Yeah. Okay, 20. That's gonna be. I would have to do that tomorrow. So by tomorrow, this would have to be done. Wednesday. All right. Oh, dude, this is insane. I won't be able to finish this. This is impossible. Okay, so what would be the next one that I would do? I would do the 7, School of Sardines also. Okay, the city, uh, and the people boarding the Sardine. Sardine plus waves. That could be 2. And the sea monster on top of the sardine. All right. So by Thursday, I would have to have 7, 9, 14, 15. 7, 9, 14, 15, 16, and 17, right? That should be by Thursday. How do you. Is it through? Through? It's like this, right? Wednesday, Thursday. Okay. So the other ones, that that are the hardest ones. I want to have more time for them, so probably Saturday would be a great day because Saturday I can have the whole day. So those will be the hardest that I'm gonna do Saturday. So it would be definitely the ship with waves. It would be the sea monsters with the ship. It would be the satellite. Not really. The constellation is very easy. The constellation I'll do today. The aquaponics tank. No, the aquaponics tank. That would be, so it would be 2, 6, 10. The recipe, I don't find that it's gonna be that hard. The drafts will be hard, and the logo would be hard. Uh, I can just do whatever logo, Not, it doesn't have to be a big deal. The logo, 1, 2, 3, 4. Satellite and Earth and the Moon. All right, those I'll do on Saturday. So it'll be 2, 6, 10, 12. 2, 6. Oh, come on. 10, 12, and what else? Was it 18? Yeah, 18. That I'm gonna do on Saturday. So this Friday, let's just pick what we have to do on Friday. So on Friday, I can do the recipe because by then I could also do the recipe by myself. The logo type, the portrait, the constellation I'll do today. But let's just put it on Friday just in case. I think that some of the things can go on Friday. And on Friday, I'm not taking that much. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 11, 13. 5, 11, 13, and 19. Okay. And yeah, this is a mess because, okay, so on Sunday, I would have to have all the layout done. Sunday, I would have to have the layout, finish all the layout, like all the layout, everything. That would be on Sunday. What else do I have to do? And then I have to do the, that maybe I should do today, just tonight. I have to do a lot of them. Let me see how many. Oh, Jesus, dude. One died already, apparently. Oh, they're not coming out anymore? Oh, they're coming out in pieces? Thank you. It's just that it's drying out, The Play-Doh is drying. That's why they're falling in pieces. All right. Come on, just come out. Come out, come out. All right. There's like a lot of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, probably 12, 13. 13 sardines. Dude, 13. 13 tiny sardines. Per each flask? That's a lot. And I have to buy the resin so I can fill the flasks. Well, those are done in a day, Dude, I shouldn't have used this and let the thing there. Now I have to clean it up in a way that all the grease is out. Because Play-Doh is greasy. Play-Doh is greasy. Okay, so that's the thing. Maybe I should try to do today the ceramic sardines. I think I have to do the ceramic sardines today. It scares me a little. I don't know. Maybe I'll just move up everything. Saturday I was leaving. No, yeah. Friday I was leaving some. I was leaving for Friday some of the things that are the easiest things to do. So maybe I can do that today. And then move everything up like this and this. No, because I need that to be that day. I could do the layout on Friday. I could do the layout on Friday and then I could do Sunday the sardines. That could be good. Okay. So the layout will be on Friday. And then on Sunday I can do the sardines. Because the sardines need 24 hours to dry. So they'll dry till Monday, and I could have the resin on Tuesday, and that also needs 24 hours to solidify. So they'll be done by Thursday. They will be done by Thursday. Yeah, okay. So I have everything planned for what I want to do, and I think that's it. I'm gonna close stream now because I have to figure out when I'm gonna cook and maybe go shopping a bit, and yeah, clean everything up so I can work in the afternoon. And that's it. So thank you for staying with me and helping me get the fanzine ready. I know it's not very entertaining at the moment, but once I put everything together, I mean, next Tuesday maybe we can see how it's all coming along, and maybe I can do, like, if I have to do the layout on Friday, maybe I can do another stream where I can do the layout with in Adobe InDesign, because that's where I do it. So maybe that would be a good idea, so you can see that process too. All right. Thank you so much for staying with me, and see you next week. Okay. Bye.